This is the instrument of your liberation.
Satellite.
Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Yahakim that's out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. Alright, so really quick, I'm going to name this lesson Your Initiation is Affliction, or somewhere along those lines. You know, the affliction is our initiation. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, because that's pretty much what this truth is about, carrying that cross and walking in the stead of Yahweh Shai. We don't do these things, we shall not enter into his glory. And I'm speaking for the elect members. The affliction, chastisement is needful. And what I mean by affliction, of course, having to deal with the trouble in the world. Also having to reform yourselves and become, a better, more perfect you to the best of your ability. And so only had a few precepts, man, and it's important for us to know that all the affliction that we go through, whether it be the most minuscule, whether it be on a higher level, whether it's dealing with family, whether it's dealing with work, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? If you walk outside the door and you hit your toe on the doorstop or something like that, it all applies. Okay. And no matter what the affliction is, it's your initiation. It's your initiation, so to speak. All right. So Isaiah 48:10 says, "Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction." And that's what the Lord is doing, but he's doing it. He's choosing the most choicest men, the elect, the ones that can endure this. We pretty much got the weight of the nation on our shoulders, because we have to be the ones that risk our lives to go out there and wake them up, just like Yahweh Shai did. Okay. What I mean, we carry the burdens, for the most part, our people don't care for, their transgressions, towards the Lord. And it grieves us. It grieves us in such a way that, because we care for our people. We want to see them do good. We want to see them turn back from their ways, their destructive ways, which pretty much they have, acquired, in this captivity here in America, aka Babylon, aka Egypt. So the Lord has chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. All right. Not just anyone, you have to be chosen to do this. So if you're chosen, that means you fit the qualifications, so to speak. We also know that many are called, but few are chosen. Which proves this thing is more precious than, and more precious than, one would like to consider. This calling. It says, "For mine own sake, even for mine own sake, all right, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another." All right. And so this was what Yahweh was saying. We have to be purged. We have to go through this initiation of affliction to meet that standard. All right. To meet that standard. Okay. When you go into refining, these precious metals melted down, whether it be silver, brass, gold, they're melted down so that all the impurities would be extracted through this process of refining. Okay. And we find ourselves going through that, through the afflictions. Okay. All right. Scriptures talk about many of the afflictions of the elect, man. All right. So, yeah, let's get 2 Corinthians. I don't think this is 101, actually. There we go. Yeah, it actually fits. Let me see. Start 14. 2 Corinthians 4 and 14. It says, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua Mashiach shall raise up us also by Yahushua. All right. And shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes. Right. And pretty much that's what the apostles were doing. Doing all that they were doing it for the elect. Okay. That the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of the Most High. You see? For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, and that's what's happening every day, all right, yet the inward man is renewed day by day, all right, and that's what we're working on, that inward man being renewed. We're going to perish in our flesh. We're not going to live up to the standards of the world, but we are going to refine ourselves within ourselves and become new creatures, as the scriptures talk about. This wasn't exactly the precept I wanted right away. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. All right. So the affliction, okay, which is for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding eternal weight of glory. All right. And this is what the world cannot comprehend. All right. Because the world is, as the scriptures talk about, the broad way, which leadeth to destruction. For the most part, that's what the world is focused on, that broad way, fulfilling the lusts of the flesh, through the corruption of the world. Okay. Scriptures talk about that. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal. So this reality, this false reality that we live, that's this, this pseudo environment, pseudo culture that Esau has created. These things are temporal. This whole age that we live in is temporal. It says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. All right, which reminds me of I think it's Hebrews 12. I'm not sure if it's, but it says the substance of faith are the things hoped for, or something like that. Well, give me a second. I'll go to it. It's like, just recap this. It's while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. All right, and that's our faith. All right. Okay. It says, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. All right. Here's what the scripture also says. All right. It's in, let me see, Hebrews. All right. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. All right. The evidence of things not seen. So the hope that we have, the faith that we have, which is the kingdom, all right, is the evidence. All right. We can pretty much, and we know through what? It says faith by hearing, something to that extent. I can just try to grab it But it says the evidence of things not seen. So, the faith, the thing that we believe, and the thing that we hope for, which we're prisoners to, hope. All right. The scriptures say we're prisoners of hope. All right. This hope, this faith, which was a gift, again, Ephesians 2:8. All right. This gift that was given to us, the understanding of the kingdom, all right, the tidings of the kingdom, that's the eternal way to glory. That's the things that's not seen. That's the evidence of things not seen. Okay. And so we know that's basically, that's a gift. So let's see. This has escaped my mind already. Lord willing to come back. So let's go to Hebrews 12. All right. I'll start at 5. Okay. Because it's a certain type of spirit that we cannot forget to be in. Basically, the scriptures talk about examining yourself, whether you be in the faith or not. Sometimes you have to go back to your grassroots, to your first love. That sometimes you have to remember what triggered your awakening, and keep that. Because some people lose sight of that, and then end up losing themselves because they lost the hope that was a gift given to them. All right, Hebrews 12:5, it says, "And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children." And one thing we can't forget is that we're brought into this thing, and we're brought into this thing as babes, and we're supposed to be as such. All right, we're supposed to be as such. The humble spirit, the willingness to learn, to be corrected, and to move on, without being offended. All right. It says, "My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him." And that happens through what? When, through your everyday life, man. You get corrected every day. All right. It's just the chastening of the Lord. For it says, "For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son." And another word for scourge means punish. All right. Another word for scourge means punish. All right. Every son whom he receiveth. So a lot of you brothers have already know that in this lifetime, a lot of the things that we're going through is because we have transgressed in the past life. All right. That's one way to look at it, But I believe, I believe so, But we're going through this thing. Why? Well, basically, because going back to Isaiah 48:10 and 11, the Lord is making us clean for himself. All right. Because he's not giving his glory unto another people. He's going to fashion us and purge us that we may be worthy enough. Hebrews 12:7, it says, "If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers," see, all are partakers, even Yahushua. All right, "then are ye bastards and not sons." Okay. So we don't want to be bastards, okay? We want to endure the affliction because this is the initiation, okay? Furthermore, we have, so that's pretty much on that. Yeah, man. So we pretty much, endure these afflictions because really it brings forth righteousness, okay? Let's see if I can find it. All right, so let me see. Oops. Slack, bear with me. Here we go. 1 Corinthians 1 and 5, it says, "For as the sufferings of Hamashiach abound in us, so our consolation also abounded by Hamashiach." All right. So our consolation, which pretty much is our lot, what we receive, all right, is abounded in Yahweh Shai. All right. And it is the reason why he's the mediator. Okay. So he could vouch for us, Salaki, it says, "And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation," you see, "which is effectual in the enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer, or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation. And our hope of you is steadfast, knowing that as ye are partakers of the suffering, so shall ye be also of the consolation, which is the eternal glory." All right. Which is the crown. Okay. Look at that. So that I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings. See? The fellowship of his sufferings. This is the initiation, man. Being made conformable unto his death. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Salaki, so let's get Hebrews 2 and 10. It's showing you. I'm going to get straight to the point. Hebrews 2 and 10, it says, "For it became him for whom are all things," and it's just basically going over the power that he has and that he has acquired. It says, "And by whom are all things, and bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings." You see, and we truly won't understand, what it means, to appreciate the kingdom without the sufferings, because as the scriptures say, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. So of course we're gonna go through things so we can appreciate, and you better damn well believe you're gonna appreciate the kingdom, man, because things are gonna get ugly on this side. It's already ugly, Every day we wake up vexed. The spirit almost can't deal with the world around you. It's disgusting. It's detestable. It's abominable. When it's talking about abomination, it's disgusting. It's something that you don't want to, deal with, That's how this world is to the elect. Okay? Scriptures talk about this world being defiled under the inhabitants thereof. The people that inhabit this world, they defile this world. They make it grotesque. They make it hard to deal with. But simply because of their ways, man. Simply because their ways are opposite of the Lord. All right? And how is it that we're sanctified, which means to be separate, holy, to be clean. And we have to deal with these unholy, unruly ways of the Western civilization, in these people. All right, verse 11, it says, "For both he that sanctifieth and they who are sanctified are all of one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren." See, so he's not going to be ashamed to call his brethren, because we're going to be, purged through our afflictions, just like he was. All right, saying, "I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the church will I sing praise unto thee." And Yahweh Shai has revealed that name. And it's not by coincidence we have that name. All right, because we're purged from the world. All right, so let's see if I can draw anything else out. Let me see. Talk about being partakers of the glory that shall be revealed. There we go. And then I'll end on this one. And this is perfect, actually. 1 Peter 4:12, it says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." And so you're being tried in areas that you have never ever worked on, whether it's being humble, having humility. The Lord will put you through those situations so he can purge your soul, so you can acquire that humility, that badge of humility, All right. It says, so it says, so it's no strange thing, our endeavors, the affliction that we go through. It's not strange. It's actually common among us all. More so Yahweh Shai. It says, "But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy." All right. So we don't want to be proud. In fact, we don't want to receive our consolation as, the world receiving it, because they're happy, they're enjoying life, they have the pride of life, as far as, Yahweh's laws, God's laws, they don't really care for. So, of course, to do wickedness is actually easy, and to follow the Lord is actually hard. So these people are pretty much doing what the hell they want and receiving their consolation in this life. But we take on the sufferings of Mashiach Yahweh Shai to receive the latter life. All right. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Just wanted to, touch on that, through spirit. Hey, until next time, hey, Shalom.